And today we are at Kitui County to launch Young Scientist Kenya outreach program. Really, Young Scientist Kenya is a program geared towards STEM, making STEM accessible to all. And really, what is STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And we want to make it accessible to all, not only just us who are near the city or near the towns.
We are from Young Scientist Kenya, and today we are in Kwale County.
Today we are so grateful to have Young Scientist of Kenya in Garissa County, specifically in Girls. And it's a humbling opportunity to have our children and our girls and boys mentored by great scientists. Children out in this county specifically are so very much talented, but they are lacking opportunities, they are lacking platforms so that they can upscale or they can develop their talents. And it's a great opportunity when we have young people like them, inspiring them and telling them that they are very much able to do so.
Now, hapa sisi wote tumesimama tuko kwa Blaze. So,
as Blaze, we hope to inspire these young minds to take on careers that probably do not exist, unconventional careers that do not exist. And this is by looking around their communities, around where it is that they are living and learning, and finding solutions to problems that they are currently faced with. Our promise then is to provide them access to the mentors, to the technology, to the tools that they would require to bring these ideas to life and turn them into tangible solutions.
The future is all about you. You are the leaders of tomorrow, and the issues and problems that you face in your life now can be the spark for the innovations of tomorrow. Science, technology, engineering, and maths needs your skills, and you're just as good at it as anybody else.
It is not an issue of capacity or the brains. The brains, we have them. So we just need to be able to be more creative and take opportunities as they come to us.
I think it would be a great thing if Kenya relied on their young scientists. In 4 or 5 years' time, 6 years' time, 7 years' time, we want you to be the face of young scientists.
And science, technology and innovation are very important and one of the biggest enablers and priority sectors for the transformation of the country.
And an innovation is what can change a societal need. That is what an innovation is. If an idea can transform the way the society works, through. That is an innovation.
There's been a great encouragement for them, being able to be exposed to a lot of changes in the environment, where you're able to see how the country is developing. So what I would like to urge my fellow students is to come up with ideas that will solve the problems around their environment, so that we will solve the challenges that are affecting us as personal, even as a country.
Being a winner was so nice that I got many opportunities. I was able to present the project in the BT Young Scientist in Ireland, and that was a very nice part of my life, because it was the first time to travel to another country.
I wanted this message to be a movement across all the 47 counties. And right now, today, we're very privileged to be at Kapsabet Girls High School doing our 32nd outreach, bringing together 1,600 students, not only from this great county of Nandi, but also the neighboring county in Vihiga.
We have endeavored to be self-reliant, especially in the farm. We have produced our own vegetables, dairy, and also to conserve the environment.
We chose this time to engage them and to help them further their projects to a point where they can commercialize them, patent them, and also start making money from the projects, because it is not enough to come up with an idea. It is also good to make them ready for the marketplace. We've engaged various professionals, various CEOs who have talked to them on their journey from having just a simple project to having multi-million businesses, to having businesses that have grown over time, 4 years, 5 years down the line. So I feel the students get an opportunity to interact with people that are already in the marketplace where we want to get them.
We're absolutely delighted to be here today at the launch of the boot camp, which has seen all of the winners from the 2018 inaugural YSK national competition come together to learn about how to bring their projects to fruition, how to commercialize their projects, to patent and protect them, to learn about different ways of pitching and marketing and seeking investment for their ideas, which we hope will go on to become very commercially viable companies.
There's so many opportunities for even the YSK members who would want to be journalists in future. Because look here, in this country, we don't have so many programs to do with sciences, with physics, with mathematics. And we also want to make people know what happens in that world.
So don't hate mathematics. It will follow you everywhere you go. So change that attitude, practice, ask questions, form discussion groups, get revision books, push yourself and be good at all the subjects, the sciences, the humanities, mathematics, everything, so that even after you're done with school, you have options, yeah?
I truly believe that science and education can drive a change in any country. So inspiring children and students to pursue careers in science for me is very, very important.
It plays a major part in the growth of the country. The mentorship sessions have been of impact to their lives and how it will influence their choosing of careers.
Disability is not inability. We can make it so long as your brain is working. So long as you can think like any other person.
My name is Neto Ogora. I am at the boot camp of YSK 2019. It's been such a great experience. So last year I gave a speech and afterwards I was told to go and greet the president. It was such an honor. He congratulated me on my speech and I look forward to working with such great people again.
I want to thank the Young Scientist Kenya for coming to our school today.
The Young Scientist Kenya Secretariat is looking forward to the August 2019 National Science and Technology Exhibition. We're going to have over 200 projects being presented at the exhibition, with students coming from various counties as far as Mandera, as Wajir, and we're hoping that the platform to exhibit these projects spurs these kids' interest in the STEM subject.
What I've been doing here, rather the better part of my morning, is I've been talking to them about engineering, all the engineering fields available in this country, more specifically about telecommunication engineering, which is a really beautiful, diverse field offered out there.
we have received immense form of interest from these students, and we've loved what we've seen here today. We do understand that innovation and creativity starts with the education of our children, and that's basically what we've been doing here today. It's really been a beautiful day. It can only be our hope that we have impacted on as many students here as possible, and from this diverse team we'll be able to capture great innovators and great creativity from what we have done here today. I would really like to thank YSK Kenya, that's Young Scientists Kenya, in partnership with Safaricom by Blaze, for making this event a success.
We are in Marara Boys in Samburu County, where we are having the Young Scientists Kenya STEM outreach. And we are expecting to inspire the young men, as you can see in the background, who are here to learn why they should do STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
In this pilot project of the Young Scientists Kenya, together with the ministry, we selected 8 schools to participate in the pilot program. And we have been visiting each and every one of those schools to talk to them on STEM, to discuss what are their issues.
So for me, what I've gathered is the government of Kenya and the government of Ireland are together to support these young scientists to go the betterment of their life.
It is not only the Europeans or the Indians who are able to make things, but even us as Africans, we are ready even to come up with our own things. We are able to even make our own aeroplanes. So let us not see ourselves as victims or as people who are down.
Welcome the team of the young scientists to come and talk to us.
Show us what is this innovation that you have. We will help you and we will guide you to making it impactful to your community and to the world at large.
So we are here because we all like science. Yes? We like science.
I just came here to encourage you on pursuing STEM-related courses or even any other course that you have interest and passion in. So I'm a student taking aeronautical engineering.
So how can biochemistry help you? It helps you see people discovering cure for maybe plant diseases or human diseases or animal diseases, yeah?
And we're here basically to inspire you, to encourage you that your life will largely turn on STEM.
It's not only the Western world that they know how to create and innovate the things. We have the potential in ourselves. What we need is the opportunity. And platforms such as Young Scientists Kenya, and also the organization I work with, offer such opportunities for you people.
I always wanted to know how things work and how, I was always asking myself some questions, and I always wanted to go deeper in the knowledge to find and understand how our world is working. So as Kamau said, the world is upping. We're getting somewhere where technology is everywhere, and I think that when you're in front of questions and things you don't know how they work, and if you're curious, you have two choices. You can run away, which is like the easy path to take,
or you can stop and try to learn how things work.
Basically, we have been inspired by the talks from the youth scientists of Kenya. All the lessons they have taught us about the world whereby technology is everything.
Okay, thank you YSK for coming to Samburu, coming and reaching us and deliver about the technology.
We are all about trying to inspire the next generation to take science, STEM, engineering, mathematics seriously, because it will make a difference.
Girls today for this very, very important event organized by the Young Scientists Kenya. As a school, we really feel excited to be able to host this event, and we want to take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to Kapsabet Girls and wish you a great day as you attend this, I would call, historic occasion that is going to maybe make you make decisions that will shape your life in future.
As you are here, we want to see you as the young scientists. An inviting school means an environment where learning takes place as is required. You have nice air, nice lighting, clean environment, inviting teachers, inviting principal, everything is inviting. And that is the essence of a STEM school.
This school is a model in science subjects, and we are very happy, and we want to embrace this program very much because it's a program that will really continue. We have been having science congress, and then after the congress is over, normally there was no continuation. But with this one, there will be always continuation because teachers will have been mentored, students mentored. Here we have many universities who have come to join us and they will mentor you.
Today is a special day because we have not only the Principal Secretary in the State Department and the Ministry of Education, but also the Chairman of Young Scientists Kenya, which is really an organization that looks to encourage students to take science, technology and innovation courses across the country, but more so importantly, connecting this to institutional educations like TVETs and our other public universities. So without further ado, I would like to especially welcome our guest and ask him to come and address us.
I'm very happy to be here with you today. Very happy to see all of you on a Saturday morning. Very eager to know about the Young Scientists Kenya Initiative and what it stands for. And I'm very impressed by this school and its achievement, especially its achievement in academics, and how it's been able to focus on particular areas of biology, including the science of insects. And indeed, this is commendable. It's a great achievement to see such passion and interest. And it's very special indeed when you're recognized at such a high level. But I'd also like to recognize all the different schools here present today. The Kapsabet, Wells, the Girls' High School, where we are today, the Serene Boys, the St. Mary's, the Chassis, the Meteti Boys, the Stephen Kustani, the Kobiet Boys, the Sushoy Girls, the Samoy Boys, the Terik Boys, the Kapsabet Boys, the St. Joseph's Chepturit Girls, the Aldai Girls, the Vinegar Boys, the Gobi Girls. Have I missed anyone? The Mudavadi Girls.
Our school is a STEM school, and we are aimed at curbing problems in our society, day-to-day problems that we face in our society. And our project is very simple. It's a smartphone projector. So we came up with this project to help us project whatever is in your phone, your smartphone. It's just like this projector, but it's simpler and it uses your smartphone. So we used a carton box and a lens, magnifying lens.
To thank you for what you're doing to the youth. Science is the way to go. There's a lot of potential among these young people, and when you reach them, I believe it's going to shape their lives, and we are going to address the solutions in our society.
This is the essence of why the ministry saw it important to start STEM programs in schools, like this great school here, Kapsabet Girls, which is really shining on matters of STEM, so that it focuses the learners. And I think the outreach is propagating the same idea as we collaborate and really talk on the same tune. This will help change the attitude of learners, and I think this will help us capture most of the young learners in science, mathematics, and engineering.
We invited 17 schools, 12 from Nandi County. In Nandi County, we have 6 sub-counties. So 2 schools came from each sub-county, making it a total of 12. And then 7 from Vihiga County, making it a total of 19. So we actually met the target. So in this county, we value education very much. Especially the sciences. We are really embracing the science subjects, and these students, the young scientists Kenya, will support through the INSET, through the SMASE, and as a novice, we really support because we do all the implementation to see that this program goes up to the roots in our schools.
This STEM movement cannot be successful without you. And it's really about you helping our young people with their skills and information. But also more importantly, I wanted also to convey the information that as much as we are heavily investing in our young people in secondary schools, we're going to have a very special program also for the teachers. Together with Celestia, so that we make sure we blend the two together.
I'm very excited to be part of Young Scientists Kenya as a mentor, doing mentorship in various high schools. And today we are privileged to visit Shewe Secondary School, where at least 5 secondary schools converge for mentorship program powered by the Young Scientists Kenya. This program is very important, and it has come at a time where Kenya is undergoing rapid development in terms of education, in terms of science and technology.
Young Scientists Kenya is a program by the Ministry of Education and the Embassy of Ireland, together with Blaze by Safaricom, to help young people like you to have interest in sciences. Sciences like biology, physics, mathematics, and we also want you to be innovative and creative and to actually use the ideas that you learn in class to come up with problems, to solve problems in our real world.
I am a mentor of the Young Scientists Kenya, and I came here for the sole purpose of mentoring the young girls and boys in high school. It is of personal importance to me that the young generation gets mentored. They get to know that the problems they are facing, they have solutions, and we have them and we are here to help them. So to every student out there who is facing some challenges, they can approach this program and be ready to receive some help. Thank you.
You're being toughened up. So this stage that you go high school, when you're away from your parents, you know right now you're realizing that you are an independent person, you no longer make your own decisions. I know you are happy the time when you high school and you are away from your parents. You know.
Happy to be among the students who have attended the event. I'm also happy to have experienced the mentorship that has been brought to us by Young Scientists Kenya. They have mentored us a lot. I personally wanted to become an aeronautical engineer, and I now know all that it takes to be an aeronautical engineer. They have also mentored us on how to take on the sciences that we do in our schools, including physics, biology, mathematics, and chemistry. And I will be taking them seriously.
I'm a mentor of Young Scientists Kenya. We've come to Shewe Secondary School to help the students develop passion in science subjects and know about what science subjects deals with, inform them on the courses that are available on the science subjects, and make them be creative and innovative, come up with more projects to curb the problems that are facing Kenya in the recent eras.
A teacher of Shewe Secondary School, a math and physics teacher. Today we are very much honored and privileged to host a function, an event sponsored by Young Scientists Kenya. The event was quite educative, focused on mentoring and mentoring students and giving them morale, giving them a chance to express their ideas, to learn new things. And in this era where the competence-based curriculum is coming in place, students are really given a chance and an idea of what is expected of them in the near future. The curriculum focuses on the competence, the ability to actually utilize and put in practice what students have learned in class, and this function comes in handy. It helps students to actually have an idea of the future.
My name is Edith Masharia. I am on the Young Scientists Kenya Secretariat. Today we are at Kakamega County for the Young Scientist Kenya STEM outreach activity. We've engaged students from various sub-counties in this county, and they have had the opportunity to interact with STEM mentors from careers such as engineering, public health, optometry, computer science, and they've got the opportunity to learn about science and what science can do for the community at large. We understand that STEM is important to the achievement of the Big Four agenda for our government and the achievement of our Vision 2030, because it is the one that helps solve problems in areas such as infrastructure and health. And the students are encouraged to come up during this program. The students are encouraged to come up with innovative and creative ways they can solve problems in sectors such as health, in sectors such as infrastructure, and also agriculture.
This is John Simiu from St. Patrick's Ikonyero. Today we have had young scientists of Kenya who have visited us in Shewe High School. We have been taught a lot of things. We have been taught about science-related courses. Actually, I'm glad because I wanted to take aeronautical engineering, and I've been taught a lot about aeronautical engineering entails.
Those who are swift enough, even 5 years down the line, you'll find what you're learning today quite useful. Once more, Madam Susan, I want to say thank you so much for such an organization. It shows that our country actually thinks about our youngsters, and as we think about them, we are thinking about our nation tomorrow.
Physics, biology, chemistry. You guys do home science as well, and home science. And we have mentors who are doing these things, who are engineers and doctors, and will help you understand the importance of these subjects and how you can be able to perform better in this subject.
Elvis Sharma from St. Mary's Kibabi Boys. I'm in Form 3. My STEM career that I want to take is medicine, specializing in neurosurgery. Today, I've gained a lot of things from the mentors who have been teaching us, and actually I've gained the good attitude, and I'm going to work extra harder so that I may achieve my goals of being a neurosurgeon.
My name is Hanan Abdirshid from Lugulu Girls High School. I'm in Form 1. When I grow up, I like to pursue medicine, specialized in orthopedic. Today, I've learned a lot from my mentors. I've learned that with patience, one can achieve his or her dreams. Medicine is an easy course if only you are focused. And I've also learned that we should work hard so that to perform well and achieve our dreams. From now on till I finish my high school, I'll do my best. I'll put more effort in my studies. I'll ask the teachers for help where I don't understand, and I believe by God I can perform well and achieve my dreams.
I still feel motivated doing medicine because when I was young, I had the passion of doing medicine, so I'm still motivated to doing medicine.
Hello everyone, this is Kelly, a student at Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, taking electrical engineering. So today we are at Cardinal Otunga Girls for a mentorship. As a mentor, I have learned a lot today, since while we were interacting with the students, find out that the students really want to pursue the courses of sciences, yet they don't know where to go, they don't know how to start. And today, when we enlighten them, you find out that they are very positive about doing the science courses, and it has been very nice because they have been very positive, asking very many questions, very relevant questions that are very positive. That shows that most of the students are very willing to pursue courses in mathematics and also technology. Thank you so much.
We are here at Mau Mau Memorial Girls Secondary School, Tana River County, and we are here with the Young Scientists Kenya. We are here to inspire the high school students on courses related to STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. We are here to convince the students that the courses related to STEM in universities or in colleges are courses that anyone can take up. They are not for boys only or for girls only. They are not difficult courses. They are courses that are the future of Kenya. It involves innovation, creativity, and solving problems in the society.
You have an opportunity to become anything. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? So I will tell you to just dream of who you want to be.
Particular outreach to actually get to interact with students and show them the new technologies actually emerging, which are the few that I mentioned. And the reaction so far has been really, really great. So in short, the VR sessions, they get to immerse themselves in our virtual world. Augmented reality, they get to use the phones and actually get to interact with the periodic table, let's say, and get to learn the elements via the augmentation of the periodic table. For Bahoot, it's an interactive system to where you use a laptop and a tablet, and the laptop is the teacher and the tablet is the student, and they get to interactively answer questions, and the teacher to get results back immediately when the students actually get to answer the questions. So it's been really awesome so far, and the results, the feedback from here in Tana River, Mau Girls has been super great, and I'm looking forward to the next outreach.
We want engineers, doctors, scientists who can be able to compete with the rest of the world. The only problem we have in this country is that we don't encourage our young scientists. Good, now the government have seen the need to encourage the young scientists to come up.
Vetted, and they have learned some new skills in terms of robotics and programming. We appreciate them so much for that, and we would like to say thank you and also to welcome them again.
The thing that I learned is that when fostering to a career, basically majoring on sciences maybe. So instead of having just a plan of only maybe just a goal of being a doctor, you also have to have a plan B. You know, maybe if you don't reach at that point, you can actually go to another course which deals with the sciences that you have, and you'll be on the track to your dream. So that's the major thing that I learned today. Otherwise, I thank the YSK. They have been so interactive, they're so nice, and God bless them so much.
What they have done today is going to leave a mark in Tana River. We hope that this is not the last time they are going to come. They are going to come again and again so that we strengthen the STEM subjects which are lagging behind in our county. Thank you.
Today we are so grateful to have young scientists of Kenya in Garissa County, specifically NEP girls. And it's a humbling opportunity to have our children and our girls and boys mentored by great scientists. Children out in this county specifically are so very much talented, but they're lacking opportunities, they're lacking platforms so that they can upscale or they can develop their talents. And it's a great opportunity when we have young people like them, inspiring them and telling them that they're very much able to do so. So I'd love a moment where we can have the same kids who are taught by or who are inspired by young scientists of Kenya can be able to come back to this county and inspire more kids and tell them that they can be able to do so because they also did.
We are here to show them that science, technology and maths starts when you're young. It doesn't start when you grow up. It's not something that you pick from out there. It's something that you start here and start with potential and power. And I believe that with YSK, we can make greater impacts to kids that nobody believes in them. They don't even believe in themselves, but they feel like they have the power, the potential, but no one to inspire them.
I just love mentoring kids and letting them know how simple things are and what they need to do so that they can achieve whatever goals they have in life.
The whole initiative was very nice because I can see my girls were enthusiastic, and it will also inculcate that creativity. They can come up with their own things. I really appreciate. I say thank you very much, young scientists, and I wish you all the best. You are doing great work for our youngsters, and I hope very soon we will be a world of innovative.
And today we are at Kitui County to launch Young Scientists Kenya outreach program. Really, Young Scientists Kenya is a program geared towards STEM, making STEM accessible to all. And really, what is STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And we want to make it accessible to all, not only just us who are near the city or near the towns, but also coming as far as Kitui, where we can really showcase what STEM is all about.
gentlemen, science, technology and innovation are very important and one of the biggest enablers and priority sectors for the transformation of the country. They not only are a key enabler towards finding the solutions, the requisite solutions to achieve the big four in the manufacturing sector, where we're looking at the overall growth of the manufacturing sector, being able to enhance productivity, promote value addition. Science, technology, innovation also plays a significant role in the other sectors, food security, where we are looking for solutions for productivity gains in farmer yields, as well as the ability for us to process more of our agricultural produce and increase its intrinsic value. Science, technology, innovation plays a role in housing, in affordable housing schemes, where we're seeking innovations, as it does in healthcare, where we're trying to address aspects of healthcare provision, both in terms of access and quality throughout the country. This being one of the key enablers, such an initiative as the Young Scientists Initiative promotes the very traits that are important for science: curiosity, creativity, and resourcefulness.
We believe that through sustained support and increased visibility for science, for technology, for engineering and maths, through support to teachers, and it's so important that teachers are leading the way on this, support through equipment and learning, that we will have the future scientists, doctors, engineers, IT specialists and innovators of the future.
Say for example the mentors that we brought today, they are breaking it down to the students to help them understand what it means to be a doctor, what it means to be an engineer. And in this career path, YSK seeks to make STEM accessible to all, STEM career paths that students are not sure of, mentoring them through that, facilitating them through their projects, but also linking them to the private sector through the national exhibition in August, where they will be taken through to a boot camp, and then we will get enterprises that can go from one level to the next, such that we begin to solve our social issues, or we begin to solve societal issues that we have. And these students are the ones who are going to inspire the next generation of innovators, CEOs, or people who are going to fast-track Kenya to the next level.
You cannot drive an economy without science, technology, and innovation. And an innovation is what can change a societal need. That is what an innovation is. If an idea can transform the way the society walks through, that is an innovation. So there are quite a number of innovations by students. Some of them will actually eventually end up going to the stage of being called patenting. An innovation can only become yours if you can actually have a unique idea that you can use it now to have what you call a patent. It's through patents that you can now sell your product. So, and generally, it may not be unique. It may only be a change of one or two things. So that is what we call utility model in patents. And from there, you can actually run down. So the youth, the secret is the younger you are, the more innovative you are.
So the projects that did very well, for example, last year in the first ever Young Scientist competition, included ideas around solving mosquito and insect transmitted diseases, looking at environmental considerations. Our winners who travelled to Ireland this year, the Young Scientists Kenya winners of 2018, they developed technology around energy consumption, for example. So these are all really day-to-day and very important projects that the students are showcasing. And so the outreach activities today, which we are very happy to be partnering with Blaze by Safaricom on, and working with this excellent school, Kiandani Girls High School here in Kitui, working with the Ministry of Education, the county government, our partners and sponsors. Within the Young Scientists Kenya board, we have representatives from government, from the Irish Embassy, from Safaricom, from other private sector partners. Cartridges Kenya, for example, is here with us today, UNICEF, and other partners, very important, Nakosti and Samastea, who are all here today too. We are trying to make sure that science, technology, engineering and maths are promoted at all levels, but will lead to scientists and researchers and doctors and innovators of the future and future leaders in Kenya.
Grateful. You have even taught us how to make a rocket. We have had some fun with you. We also thank you for your encouragement. You have encouraged us. You have taught us many things we never knew. You have also helped us to know more knowledge in sciences like of chemistry, physics and biology. We feel more appreciated because of you. We still welcome you back to our school. May you come back and help us continue the same spirit. Thank you.
So Young Scientists is going to create that platform. We're going to have a national exhibition in August of this year, 2019, where we will get winners in various science competitions to showcase all their projects. We're looking forward to have as many students as possible participating. We're looking at schools that we shall be visiting. As of next week, we are going to be in another county, and we are coming to every county across Kenya. So county number 1 was Kitui. 46 counties are left. So just know that we will be next time near your county. We'll be sharing the schedule out, and we will finish all our outreaches in July 2019. So we look forward to having you and working with us on this journey.
Fantastic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 3rd YSK Science and Technology Exhibition. This is happening for the very first time online, and we are glad to be having you joining us. It's going to be a fantastic and an amazing session where we're going to interact together. We are going to learn from the young entrepreneurs and innovators. Actually, it's someone who applied science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And voila, we have this wonderful platform where we can be able to join you virtually. Wherever you are, we appreciate you, and we are glad to have you here for this online exhibition. And before we proceed, I would kindly ask you to all be upstanding for the national anthem and the East Africa Community Anthem. Welcome and thank you.
O God of all creation, blessed is our nation. Just is the shield and defender. May we live in unity, peace and liberty. Plenty be found within our borders. Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Fantastic. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third YSK National Science and Technology Exhibition. And I've just said that it is happening for the very first time online, and we are glad to have you here with us. Do you have a desire to innovate something? Is there something that you have, an idea that you believe that you can be able to harness and grow it to another level? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the platform for you, where you can be able to apply STEM to that particular idea, and you can change the face of this world forever. We want you, young innovators and young entrepreneurs, to leave a legacy here behind us, that you can be able to innovate and implement something that will outlive you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we have provided a forum. The YSK forum is the best and the most perfect forum that you can be able to use to harness that particular idea. And to start off the session for us, we have the honor and the privilege of having the PS for Ministry of East African Community and also the chair of the YSK board. This is none other than the one and only Dr. Kevit Desai, Chief of the Order of the Burning Spear. That's such a prestigious award, and he will also have the opportunity of inviting and introducing His Excellency President of the Republic of Kenya, and he is also he's also a YSK patron. We are glad to have him as a patron, and this is none other than Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So over to you, Dr. Kevit, as you take us through the next session, and we're looking forward to having an engaging time here with us. Thank you and welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the YSK board, let me welcome you to the third Young Scientist Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition, taking place entirely online for the first time. Our exhibition takes place in the most atypical year in living memory, but it is a testament to your commitment to excellence at all levels of YSK, that despite a different format, the quality of the projects on display today is at the typical high YSK standard. Indeed, a big congratulations must go out to all the students participating this year and their teachers. Your achievements demonstrate your curiosity, creativity, and resourcefulness, all key traits for future leaders in STEM, research, and innovation. This year's virtual exhibition is the culmination of the digital transformation of our outreach and mentorship program, which saw over 31,000 students reached across all 47 counties. Today and for the rest of the week, we will see the brightest students this nation has to offer showcase their projects. I wish you the best during this year's competition. I encourage all attendees to explore this virtual platform and interact with all the features and exhibition booths. There is much to learn and benefit from the content, as well as the talks and engagements that will take place over the next few days. It is now my honor to invite His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, our esteemed patron, to officially open this online edition of the third Young Scientists Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to join you to officially open this third Young Scientists Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition. This year, once again, we celebrate the giants of your generation in science, in engineering, mechanics, and pioneers in innovation. And we do so, unfortunately, this year under the cloud of COVID-19, and so we cannot be physically present as we have always been in previous years. But as your patron, I continue to be very proud of the remarkable way in which you have adapted to the challenging circumstances that we face. By moving this exhibition online, you have shown the vibrancy of digital technology and its ability to offer safe solutions to our pressing challenges. I note with satisfaction that students from 22 countries are participating in this exhibition online, safely and remotely. And participants are drawn from both public and private schools and our rural and urban regions. I am encouraged to note that the participants represent the full spectrum of our diversity as a country and as a continent. But particularly heartening is the participation of 2 special needs schools, despite this year's constraints, demonstrating truly that disability is not inability. This year's edition has therefore the added distinction of serving as a testament to your dynamism, adaptability, and resilience. You continued to undertake your research. You collaborated remotely despite the COVID-19 pandemic. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this forum, in the short time that it has existed, has already spawned numerous examples of remarkable excellence. I look at the Tanvi Hirani and the Iriad Tahir Universal Healthcare System with its potential to add quality and efficiency to service delivery by our healthcare system. This is an example of life-changing innovation. I am also delighted to hear that as overall Young Scientists Kenya winners, Hirani and Tahir traveled to Dublin, Ireland last January to take part in the British Telecom Young Scientists Ireland exhibition. I am also delighted to learn that we have a young Brenda Gedenji, a winning student from Darajar Academy, has been offered 2 full university scholarships following her success at this exhibition. She worked with Sophia Ndunge on the homemade lift pump project that saw them finish as overall runners-up. I also salute these 2 young ladies, Brenda and Sophia, for demonstrating that our women can excel in any profession and that the science field is not just a preserve for men. I also recognize and congratulate David Mogo, Daniel Madia from Machakos Boys High School for the road-based electrical generator innovation, and Isaac Mwendo and Kimani Kamau from Nova Pioneer Boys School, who created the state-of-the-art cybersecurity software. I am informed that the 2 outstanding innovations are currently being reviewed for intellectual property protection by the Kenya Industrial Property Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, equally exciting is Ahmed Lukman's voting app, which promises to increase efficiency, security, and transparency of our electoral process. This innovation impressed not only the Young Scientists of Kenya judges, but also the panel of investors from KCB Lions Den, earning Mr. Lukman an award for the Young Scientist of Kenya and a commitment of support from Kenya's business leaders. These, indeed, and all other successful stories should serve as a continuing inspiration to all of us. They show the importance of nurturing our young people and affording them the platform to showcase their talent, their ideas, and their innovation. I firmly believe that one of the great global inventions will be one whose roots lie in the fertile soils of this exhibition. This year, projects cover crucial areas in agriculture, technology, health, energy, and science and technology, engineering, and mathematics inclusivity, as well as timely projects that respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, and also projects that helped to seek that we realize our Big Four agenda. Delivering this forum is truly an impressive achievement. And I therefore want to once again commend the efforts of the Ministry of Education, the Advisory Board of Young Scientists Kenya, and the hard-working Young Scientists of Kenya Secretariat for your continued excellent and fantastic work. I want to once again renew my appreciation and thanks to the Government of Ireland through its embassy here in Nairobi and the British Telecom Young Scientists Ireland for the support extended to the Young Scientists Kenya and for facilitating the organization of this competition. You have proved to be true partners, not just to our young people, but to the entire Kenyan population. I also wish to pay tribute to the many teachers, volunteer judges, and mentors who have been so generous with their time, their insight, and experience. Through your efforts, the next generation of Kenya's excellence is coming to the fore. Ladies and gentlemen, a complex competition such as today's does not take place without financial, technical, and other support. With that in mind, I wish to warmly appreciate Safaricom and the Irish Institute of Physics and all private companies and stakeholders who gave so much support to make this exhibition a success. Your generosity is truly appreciated. Above all, I also wish to recognize and thank all the students who are the reason we are gathered here today. As patron of the Young Scientists of Kenya, I am proud to be associated with you, and I take this opportunity to honor your energy and resilience. You are indeed the generation of young Kenyans who will propel our nation into a continental and global force in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and establish our position as a country as a hub for innovation and creativity in science and technology. I urge today other well-wishers, both at home and abroad, to follow the example of their colleagues and support this exhibition and all other similar initiatives in Kenya. Events such as this should not be the preserve of young people in our urban areas. And I want to urge emphasis on promoting inclusivity in terms of participation by girls and young women, our young persons living with disabilities, our young people living in rural areas and ASA. And finally, let me reiterate to our young people, our young scientists, our young engineers, our young mathematicians, and our young innovators. You are fortunate to be young and vibrant in a time of immense opportunity. Use your energies wisely and remain focused. Through hard work, discipline, and consistency, and in heeding the wise counsel of your mentors, there is no limit to what you can achieve. With these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my duty and indeed my great pleasure and honor to declare the 2020 Young Scientists Kenya Online National Science and Technology Exhibition officially open. I thank you all for your attention. May God bless you, and may God bless Kenya.
Young Scientists Kenya is a unique initiative that nurtures innovation amongst Kenya's greatest resource, its young people, through science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also known as STEM. Through YSK, students from each of the 47 counties across Kenya are given a platform to showcase their scientific talents in a national science and technology competition. YSK is an initiative of the Ministry of Education and the Government of Ireland through its embassy in Kenya with support from national and international partners. His Excellency, the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, is the patron of the YSK initiative.
I therefore today challenge our young innovators to make their contribution to the accelerated realization of the Big Four agenda by coming up with innovations and technologies that can transform the lives of ordinary Kenyans. The future is in science and technology. Don't run away from it, embrace it.
We were able to come up with a project known as the Universal Healthcare. In order for the user to use our system, he or she is required to register. Once they register using this registration form, they are required to log in.
We saw in the hall the challenges from climate change, food security and crime, through to healthcare and disability. Your projects really demonstrate ingenuity, resourcefulness and compassion for your fellow citizens. And I want to recognise each and every student who participated.
The project is about two-star plastic from milk and orange juice. If we want to prepare the two-star plastic, those are the requirements.
Students are being encouraged to think of how they themselves can solve their own problems within their own communities, in their own way, in their own interpretation.
Welcome to YSK 2019! Yeah!
YSK is modeled on 3 pillars: outreach and mentoring, exhibition, where the students showcase their skills, and the boot camp, where they receive professional support. Outreach and mentoring. Students are exposed to live demos and encouraged to take up STEM careers by teams of champions from academia and the private sector who visit their schools. They are also taken through problem-solving workshops and encouraged to solve problems they face in their communities. Mentors support the students and their teachers to develop innovative projects and research. Exhibition. The National Science and Technology Exhibition showcases the top students from across the country, exhibiting hundreds of projects with independent judging and prize giving across 4 categories, namely technology, social and behavioral sciences, biological and ecological sciences, as well as chemical, physical and mathematical sciences. In 2020, YSK adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic by piloting a digital execution of both the outreach and the exhibition, thus laying the foundation for a truly pioneering hybrid realization of a physical and digital implementation in the coming years. The bootcamp, our 3rd pillar, is where winners are given business mentorship and training to further develop their projects and are linked with industry leaders, the private sector, and academia. These projects and innovative ideas are key to supporting the government of Kenya in its development objectives. Young Scientists Kenya is a vital catalyst for Kenya's growth and development across all sectors and reaching all young people. Girls and boys, including students with special needs in every county. YSK provides opportunities for students to pursue new dreams in STEM. We invite you to partner with us to help grow this movement further. Being a partner brings nationwide reach, access to schools and students in every county, and visibility across all our platforms. It means being a partner in this country's development and, most importantly, promoting Kenya's outstanding young talent. Want to be part of this noble initiative? Then reach out to us and let's join hands in promoting and celebrating this country's bright youth.
My name is Lydia Ngeshi. I come from Morera Secondary School. I'm from Kiambu County and I'm in Form 3. The title of my project is Digital Social Distancing. It actually focuses on the new situation that we are facing, the COVID-19, and it's a much easier way of interacting and socializing physically but in a safe manner. This is my first time in participating in the YSK. But I have, in previous occasions, I've actually been participating in the KSF. My experience this year in working on my project It was actually kind of difficult because of the coronavirus and because of the safe measures that we have to take and partake during our day-to-day lives. But we were actually able to come up with a project in a safe manner, and it actually worked. The lesson that I learned this year was actually quite interesting. It was quite difficult on the other side, but on the other side, it was actually okay for me since we had to cope with our new situation, the coronavirus and everything around us, our changing situations, and it was actually okay. It's God's will. Since 2018, I was actually one of the few invited during the KICC event, and when Dr. Lynette was speaking, I actually desired to be in the YSK and to experience the whole experience, and actually just participating in the YSK was actually my long-term dream, and I thank God that I'm finally here. Okay, my message to my fellow students. I'm not quite experienced, but I can first tell them never to give up. Always dream. Dreaming is not bad because it inaendelea tu kukumotivate, so you will finally reach there. I'd like to thank His Excellency His Excellency President of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, our hardworking teachers, the YSK fraternity for giving me this opportunity. I would also like to request His Excellency President for scholarships for our students, for us students, and also I would like to invite him into our innovation and incubation center in our school, Morera Secondary School. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lydia Wangeshi. We were glad to have you here and just to hear about the amazing projects that you're doing. I'd like to also just concur with what His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, said, that this is not a space that is just dominated by men, but the ladies are coming up and they are definitely doing a fantastic job. We are glad to hear that, and we're looking forward to many more. Did you also hear about the various projects and awards that happened in 2019 as the President was taking us through? Ladies and gentlemen, you should look forward to what is coming up in this particular year, and also next year. We have amazing projects that have been lined up. It's all about STEM, it's all about innovation, and it's all about building young entrepreneurs and innovators. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, STEM is the new cool. I wanted to be a cool kid, but STEM definitely is the new cool. So take it up, harness it, run with it, and be the best that you can definitely be. All right, so up next, we want to hear from Maseno School. They have an amazing project that they've been working on, and we want to see and also appreciate the amazing job that they have been doing. So over to you, Maseno School, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the National Science and Technology Exhibition 2020 for the first time happening online. Over to you, Maseno. Welcome.
We have been able to get more exposed to more languages in terms of computer and related stuff. For example, we had to learn new languages of coding, the app, and then we also had to make more use of online research because COVID was limiting us. Yeah.
We also carried out a lot of research on cancer and we familiarized with a lot of terms, and we also got to interact with some patients and understand what they go through so that we could better our app.
We are looking forward to the improvement and the production of MobiDoc on a commercial scale, and even a bigger scale, so that cancer patients get to benefit even more. Then we're also looking forward to working together with the government and other investors in the private sector, so that we can make MobiDoc a reality and help save more lives of cancer patients. So
we're also hoping to grow so that we can be able to connect with bigger platforms and organizations and companies which also aim to achieve the same objectives as us.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the pleasure of having Patrick, he is Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Stripe, a technology company that builds economic infrastructure for the internet. After experiencing firsthand how difficult it was to set up an online business, Patrick and his brother John started Stripe in 2020. Their goal was to make accepting payments on the internet simpler and more inclusive. Today, Stripe powers millions of online businesses around the world. In 2016, he was named a presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship by President Obama. This man is legendary, and we are looking forward to getting a lot of wisdom nuggets from him. Thank you once again, and welcome, Patrick Collison.
Hey folks, greetings from California. I'm Patrick Collison, and I'm one of the co-founders of Stripe. I'm very glad to be recording this. I have very fond memories of my time in Kenya and in Nairobi, and actually one of Stripe's earliest engineers grew up in Nairobi and led a lot of our early international expansion and built a whole bunch of the functionality that was required in order for us to expand. And then of course recently we're very excited to acquire Paystack, and so we're looking forward to building more in Africa. The Young Scientist was a quite important part of my upbringing and the sort of set of experiences that eventually led to me coming to the US for college and eventually founding Stripe here in the US. And so I'm really delighted that you all have the chance to participate in it. I just have three very simple messages. The first is I grew up in a very rural part of Ireland. And it was so far from any city that it was difficult for us to get internet access. And I had to sort of convince my parents eventually we should go get this really expensive, for us at the time, satellite internet connection. But for many years I had to read books about the internet, but we couldn't actually get access. But as I look back on that period, I really feel like being some steps removed, not being in the US, not being in the UK, and being an outsider was actually very helpful. It gave me a different perspective on things, and it gave a kind of self-confidence where you get used to forming your own opinion, your own view, and not being steeped in all of the same mindsets that people in other parts of the world potentially are. And so maybe you feel occasionally, at least as I did, that by not being in the US or the UK that you're at some kind of disadvantage, and maybe in some ways you are, but I think in just as many respects it's actually an advantage. And so I think it's really worth taking advantage of that and taking advantage of this time for you to really form your own worldview. That's number one. The second thing is the work that I did for the Young Scientists didn't directly lead to Stripe and everything we've done subsequently, but it kind of did. Stripe is a very developer-centric product. We really care a lot about APIs and how to make a developer platform that's easy to build on. And one of the early big projects I pursued that touched on that was the project that I submitted to the Young Scientist competition. And so even though you're in school, sometimes the adults around you, or at least sometimes the adults around me, they didn't take seriously the idea that you could actually do really good work. They didn't take seriously the idea you could do something much better than just a little school project. And so I guess I'd like to tell you, you can do top class, important work. I'd encourage you to aspire to that. And then number three, and 2020 has been a good example of this, science and technology is the most important story in the world. The headlines always tend to focus on this controversy or that political event, or this happening over here. But when you zoom out and you look at the world on a multi-decade time horizon, on a multi-century time horizon, most of the political events fade away, and what really matters is the invention of the steam engine, the invention of electricity, the invention of the jet engine, the invention of the vaccine, the invention of the internet. And so if you're here at the Young Scientist exhibition, you clearly care about science and technology, and I'd really encourage you to continue with that, because there is literally nothing else in the world, or at least in our progress as a civilization, that's more important. So very best of luck to all of you.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick Collison. And first of all, I want to emphasize that he won the Young Scientist Award in Ireland, and this was an opportunity for him to just grow, and it propelled him to leaps and bounds. So I want to encourage the young viewers that are out there. This is an opportunity for you to go and make it and add a legacy to your names, all right? So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back here to the third YSK Science and Technology exhibition, all right? And we are glad to have you. This is happening for the very first time online. We have lined up a fantastic panel for you. And one of our panel speakers, this is Brenda Nyaringita. She is a software engineer, Africa's Queen. This is a lady who has been a Mozilla Open Leader, Digital Grassroots, Kimililu Fellow, outstanding educator when it comes to African Women in Tech 2019 and Africa Emerging Leader. She is a lady that you definitely want to hear from. And also in the panel, we have Derek Ngigi. This is a mechanical engineering student at Kenyatta University. He was the UN Person of the Year 2020 as part of the team that developed the first African ventilator, a project that began in April 2020 in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the things that he has done is that he's equipped over 200 students with skills, and he invented the mechanical ventilator. We can't wait to hear from that. All right, and also on the panel, we have none other than the COO and co-founder of Leafy Life. This is Peter Gashanja. He got first place at the Climate Launchpad Global Grand Final, the business ideas competition. This is a gentleman who has love for science and German cars, and he has an interest in nanochemistry, where we are going to a place where we can be able to create something new, all right? And we are glad to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for making time. We are glad and honored to be having such talented individuals who are making a difference. And we're looking forward to also seeing some of you who are watching us there to be part of this particular, to be part of this particular panel, all right? Thank you so much, and we are glad to have you here. Okay, so I'll just start maybe with a small intro. You can just tell us your name and tell us what you're looking forward to in this particular panel discussion.
Yeah, so thank you, Ian. My name is Brenda Nyaringita, and I'm definitely looking forward to interacting with all the viewers of today and sharing really, my journey, and hoping I'll help someone out there. Yes.
All right, fantastic. We're glad to have you here, Brenda. So over to you, Derek. At least say hi to the viewers, and maybe we can just get to hear how your voice is. Probably you have a voice for radio, and we do not know that because you are multi-talented. But over to you, Derek.
Okay, thank you very much, Ian, for that. So a wonderful intro. My name is Derek Ngigi, and I'm very excited to be here to inspire, because I know there's a lot of talent, and we need to inspire people for us to develop STEM skills in our country. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. We're glad to have you, Derek. And over to the COO and co-founder of an amazing company. This is none other than Peter Gashanja. Peter, tell something to the viewers, just say hi and what you're looking forward to, especially in this particular discussion.
Thank you, Ian. So, hi guys, my name is Peter Gashanja. I'm from Leafy Life Limited. I am looking forward to motivating anyone out there who's interested and loves science as myself. So, yeah.
All right, fantastic. We're glad to hear you, and we are glad to have such an amazing team. I'll just turn over to Brenda, and I just want to find out from Brenda, and maybe in the shortest words possible, all right? What hard and soft skills are important for success, especially when it comes to innovation?
So first of all, with hard skills, based on my background, is anything that has to do with computer programming.
Right.
Those are skills that will take you far. And for the soft skills, you definitely need to be a team player. So teamwork comes in very, very handy. And also you need to be curious. Sometimes maybe born with it, but also just being curious is one thing that will take you from creating a simple project in high school to building a huge company in your 30s maybe. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Not only on your 30s, but also in your 40s and also going on.
Yes, going forward.
All right, fantastic. I know that Brenda has a key element when it comes to success. She always has a desire to be the very best and to be the first person in that particular agenda. So we are glad to hear from you that. And also maybe I can just ask Peter, what would you recommend one to learn, especially in this particular journey. I know one thing about Peter is that he really upholds mentorship. He is passionate about it, and he's a teachable individual. And ladies and gentlemen, we all have to be teachable to be able to apply STEM and innovation in our various desires and dreams. But I know that is one thing that Peter is extremely passionate about. So what are the things that you can learn, especially in this particular journey?
So ideally, I think as you said, mentorship is important, and mentorship basically just expounds on I would say, things that you would not necessarily feel that they're important. So for instance, like presentation skills, where you actually have to sell your idea to other people, and you require to have good presentation skills, so that once you have the idea, trying to get other people to understand it and see it on your views and your side, and what you're trying to implement. So mentorship helps you identify some of the skills that you might not have at the moment, but now start learning on them. So either presentation skills, management skills, where you have to be your own boss, you have to be your friend's boss, so you have to now try and align your targets and your goals, ideally.
I love what you said about that, because at times, most of the times when you're coming and you have an idea and you want to run with it, you believe that, yes, I am the boss, I can run the show, I know what needs to be done. But coming to a place where you actually acknowledge that, yes, I need to learn something from someone who has been ahead of me, and see how I can be able to apply that in my current journey to be able to be successful. So that's amazing to hear. And I know, Derek, you have been mentoring quite a number of people, especially university students, when it comes to engineering. And I know that you're also passionate about robotics. So just tell us also a little bit more about the mentorship program, because one thing that I appreciate about this particular forum is that it builds the leaders, and the leaders are coming back to the young people, by the young people, for the young people, and giving back to the community. So maybe you can just tell us a little bit more about that kind of mentorship and how that has been for you.
Okay, one thing I realized is that for you to learn best and for you to actually understand the field you are in, or any particular skill, you'll have to teach it. There's the learning phase and the teaching phase. So that comes in mentoring, and it is very, very, I appreciate mentoring because it assists other people to grow. And as they grow, you're growing, and you're becoming, you find yourself, you're expanding your networks, and you're expanding actually your base knowledge. So mentoring also lifts other people to be at your level, and you see, your network is your net worth.
Yes.
So that's why I love mentorship, and giving that sense of direction to the people that you are looking into, maybe robotics, growing our country, and bringing all that pool of skills together, getting people with different perspective, because that is what mentorship brings in. You find that I never got to see this perspective, but somebody in the crowd saw it, and oh yeah.
You can be able to apply that also.
Yes, Ian.
I love what you said about the best way to be able to remember something is by teaching someone, that it actually sticks twice as hard whenever you go and do that. And you can be able now to give a platform to other people, because you are being given that platform, and you can be able to raise the leaders for the young people, by the young people. I totally love that. And Brenda, are there any ladies that you are mentoring, other young people that you're mentoring in this particular field that you're in?
Yes, for sure. So one of the organizations that year by year I do take at least one lady to mentor is called Akira Chicks. And so it goes from all the way from mentoring them in programming and even the soft skills that I mentioned, like how do you ace that technical interview, or you're looking for an internship, I help them revamp their CVs and all that. And just as you said, to teach is to learn twice, and to learn twice is to master and be the master. So I definitely take up ladies, and even just to encourage them, because sometimes ladies need a bit of push just to get into the field. Unlike guys, guys are very strong in saying, like, I can do this, but ladies fear, even if they are really, really good at it. So that's definitely like a full-time job.
Fantastic. There's something that she has said that is a punchline that needs to be on your Twitter handles. The master. To be the master, you need to be the master. Just say that again. Just say that again for the viewers.
Okay.
That's an amazing punchline. We definitely need that on Twitter. Yes.
So to teach is to learn twice, and to learn twice is to master and be the master.
Ah, fantastic. Yes. Icing on the cake and the cherry on top. Be the master, teach, learn twice, be the master, and go and do amazing things out there. I know definitely it's not a rosy journey. It's quite a challenge. It's a bit rocky. And at times we find ourselves where we try to look at the environment and we feel that we have failed in a particular area, all right? So maybe I'll just go over to Peter and just ask him your own definition of failure, all right? And is there an instance where you felt that I have failed and I'm going to throw in the towel? As they usually say that leaders have to tap themselves at the back because at times there's no one who's really encouraging you. And leadership definitely is not for the faint-hearted, but thank God to STEM and the YSK platform that helps us, mentors us, and builds us to become better. So Peter, what is your definition of failure? I know we all have different definitions of failure, and maybe you can even tell us, is there an instance where you felt, I haven't achieved what I really wanted to achieve? How did you feel about that? And maybe we can learn a thing or two from you.
Thank you, Ian. So basically, so I've always applied to grants since I met my mentor who was in campus. So ideally, so grants are these projects where you just apply and apply different techniques and innovations to try and solve a specific problem. So for me, I would say that the fact that I applied to so many and I really didn't get positive feedback from so many, I think that for me would be like a failure, I would say.
All right.
But I think for me, how I would say failure would be not trying. Because even with the failing, even with getting the negative feedback, you still get to build on the idea that you were told. So they either tell you, so you either go back to the drawing board and see, so that the problem that, however, I targeted the wrong place or the wrong point in this problem. So I needed to like maybe clarify my point and stuff like that. So ideally, I would say the applications that we made and got negative feedback from propelled us to where we are now, because now I understand most of the projects better. I understand innovation better than when I started. So ideally, maybe not trying would be failure, because I try everything. Even if I get negative feedback, you always learn something from it.
All right. So, fantastic. I love what you said about not trying is definitely the failure. We know that when it comes to STEM and when it comes to engineering, mathematics and all that, and especially in the IoT and AI space, we know that it's a highly male-dominated platform. But we're seeing ladies that are coming up here, like Brenda and the rest. So I like that if you don't try, that's actually a platform for you to fail. But maybe let's hear also from the lady and tell us a little bit more about what is your definition of failure? And is there an instance where you felt that I didn't achieve or I didn't get what I really wanted to get? And how did you bounce back from that? Mentally and also just emotionally, yes.
So failure for me is when I first set those number of goals, but then I try to reach them and I really don't, or I have this huge expectation in my mind, which I always almost do, and then I don't reach it. And this has been like, if I can give a small story of my third internship while in campus, I spent the first almost 1 month feeling like a failure, feeling like I was not meeting the kind of work that I was being asked to do, which was programming work. In fact, I remember telling myself that I'm going to get fired. People don't get fired from internships. So that for me was the biggest. I felt like every day I was a failure. And then later someone came to tell me this is actually called imposter syndrome. So just feeling like an imposter, that you don't belong, that you're a fraud. And how I eventually bounced from that, the first thing was mentors and having someone to remind you that, hey, you're doing great. At the level that you are in, you're doing very, very well, and just keep going, you know. And they told me that trust the process, and that's one thing that I've always stood. So whenever you're feeling that you failed, be it your exams or something that you applied to, just having that mentor to remind you that you're doing good. And then eventually I started seeing the results. And even mentors, the good thing is that they keep, you know, as you said, patting you on the back, like, you're doing good, keep going. And so that encouraged me every single day to keep coding, even when I thought I'm going to be fired from my work.
Right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Brenda. I was actually even just watching a clip in the morning, and I was seeing that the young kids in China are also just learning coding at a very early age. So I believe that we are in the right place, especially with the YSK platform, and just applying the principles of STEM, we are on the right place. And as I say, that the journey is the reward. Not the end of the journey, but the journey in itself, the person that you become, because there's that resilience that has been formed. Like when I look at Peter, I I know that he's someone who is willing to even start a blue chip company and go and do an amazing thing. Nothing can stop this gentleman. And also with the lovely lady here, she has that mentor and she can be able to encourage herself. So to the ones who are also looped in here, make sure that you get someone who can be able to work with you, and none other than the YSK team. They will be there to mentor you and as we apply the STEM principles. But I also want to hear from Derek. I know Derek has been doing quite a number of things out there. And just tell us about what's your definition of failure and how do you overcome that?
Okay, so failure to me is every first time I try it, because it always fails. And I love that, because is what we call intermediate knowledge, and that is knowledge of knowing what to do. And there's expert knowledge, which is knowledge of knowing what to do, what not to do. So I love the expert knowledge. So every time I fail, I know, okay, I'm gaining the expert knowledge. I know now what not to do. So that is how I deal with failure. Failure is always when I tried first and fail. Okay, this is a failure, but I've gained expert knowledge. I cannot do this again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you basically just learn from everything that you are doing and seeing how you can be able to do it better.
Every time.
All right, every time. Fantastic. I'd like to encourage our viewers to come and just go to the platform, the online platform, and put your questions there so that we can be able to just answer them and articulate them well for you. So there's a chat box that is there. Make sure that you post your questions there, and then we can keep this conversation going very, very warm. All right? So let me just go back to Derek and just ask him, how do we encourage people to join STEM and just to apply STEM? I know you're a mechanical engineering student, and I know there are other young people who would say, I'd rather do languages, I'd rather do this. But there's an importance of applying the STEM principles. So maybe you can just take us a little bit more about it and just show us maybe the diversity that is there. Because I know you're definitely doing so many things, and also you'll tell us a little bit more about the projects that you have implemented. But how diverse is STEM? And is it something that we should embrace and be warm to? Like a lovely lady, a beautiful damsel in distress. Can I be able to approach STEM in that particular manner? So over to you, Derek, as you take us through that.
Actually, you can approach STEM in that manner.
Nice.
Because in every problem, there's a beauty. And we have problems everywhere. Be it in the medical field, be it in the chemistry field, be it in the marine field, traffic field, everywhere we have problems. And the zeal to solve that problem is STEM. And actually STEM is the key to all our problems, being unemployment in our country. Because if you look at the technological trend, you see before we were an agricultural country, but the land resources are really reducing. But Mark Zuckerberg says, stop what you're doing and learn to code. Because in the next 25 years, that will be the key. So if you look at the problems that we are having, and in any field, there is a problem and you need to apply STEM field. So for example, as we are designing and building the mechanical ventilator, this is actually a medical device, and none of us, we had the electrical engineers and mechanical engineers and biosystems engineers, civil engineers. But that is a medical problem, and you can't just build a ventilator. Well, I've never stepped in a hospital. So you have to incorporate other fields. So
but you saw a need and you decided to plug into that.
Yes, and you have to call in even other fields, because we had to bring in the chemists, the pharmacists, guys from medicine. So it's not only tied to engineers who can apply STEM in their field. Farmers, agribusiness students can apply STEM in their field.
The diversity. Fantastic. So that you're able to bring all those people together and you're able to come up with this ventilator.
Yeah.
What has it done? What impact has it had?
First of all, it is about creating the confidence that our country can do it. Okay, that is the greatest thing we can do it.
Yes.
We don't have always to import
in-house here.
Yes. Fantastic. We have the skills, we have the brains, and it's all about learning STEM, being introduced to STEM skills at an early age, understanding it and applying it in our country. So the next time we'll have us mass producing the ventilators in the country, in the country. So we'll save on cost of importation, and that will improve our economy in the long run.
So it's like, in summary, we're getting to understand is that STEM is a solution to every problem that we have out there. There is a way that it can be able to be applied.
Exactly.
You know, I know that definitely some people, not everyone, but some people, when they think about STEM, they think about that old high school or principal teacher who was coming with a huge coat and large boots and always had a cane to come and, you know, with a funny accent, you know, and just trying to drum in the numbers into your mind. Probably that's some of the perception that people might have when it comes to STEM. But one thing that is coming out very clearly is that it's a problem solver.
Yes, it's a key.
It's a key problem solver. I like that. I love that. And this is something that I definitely want to, maybe we'll end up starting a company, the four of us, and see how many problems we can be able to solve.
Definitely.
Yes, we have founders, we have engineers, and we have the expertise here, the lovely lady. All right, fantastic. But there's one question that I wanted to ask also. I want to put it out to Brenda. But before I come to Brenda, let me take it to Patrick. I want to find out, what has early exposure to innovation done to you? Or what has it done for you? You're a guy who started a company, you've already won awards at a very young age. So there is something that just sparkled at a very young age. Yeah. What does that do for you? Some of us maybe will get that innovation when they're like 60, and it's gonna be a bit of a problem, but it can be done, But having this kind of exposure early, having that desire, having that drive early, and then also tapping into STEM and seeing how you can be able to take it forward.
Yeah.
How has that been for you, Peter?
I think it changed my life, to be honest, because basically when I was in campus, it's
the friends changed, dress code changed, locations where you used to go to changed. You know, that's for you, the viewers. If you're looking to changing your friends and probably where you reside and the kind of people that you're keeping around, apply STEM and you're gonna be with the cool kids. Anyway, let me hear from Peter. So what really changed in your life?
I think my view of the world basically changed, because ideally I saw
that. Yeah.
I saw that I could create whatever I wanted using the knowledge I had. So ideally, in high school, we are taught science and STEM, like you said, you instilled knowledge.
Yes.
But ideally, when I learned about innovation, now I knew how to use the knowledge I had before to create something new, not necessarily to build on what was there before, but to create something new. Like I was given, like when you learn STEM skills, you basically have a right to create anything you want, to serve any purpose you want. And I feel like it's an amazing journey, because you I can solve this in a very different way with whatever is being applied right now. And you have the right and you have the responsibility to apply it and just go with it to as far as you can, basically, but still basing it on the essentials that you were taught when you were young. So by the time you're taught innovation and when you learn it, you even get exposed to even more things. So now you learn about coding. How does that work? How does Facebook do whatever Facebook does? How does WhatsApp do whatever it does? How does Google do what it does? How can you apply that in different aspects? How can you, like, it just changes your world even in the views of the problems that you have. So ideally, you stop seeing problems as problems, but you start seeing them as opportunities of how do I solve this? This is something I can do, and it can solve like any person's issue, problem, whatever. So for me, it just got me to see the world as a totally different.
You know, actually, we tend to have a kind of a mentality of duplication, all right? Especially here in Kenya. When we see someone starting a similar business and they're making money, then they start something similar on the side. If you go to the highways, if there's someone who is selling the face masks, you'll find 5 other people who are selling face masks, because we kind of have this duplication kind of mentality. But one thing that Peter is bringing out very clearly and very strongly is that you see a need and you innovate. You have that desire to come and bring STEM principles and just innovate and make it different. I like that. That's totally amazing. So I have one question that I'd want to pose to Brenda. What steps do you follow when thinking of solving problems? All right? What kind of steps do you follow? Is there a particular guide is there a matrix? Is there like the 10 principles of innovation, you know, bestseller book out there that I can be able to start with this particular process and this other process? But what are the guiding steps? Sorry about that. What are the guiding steps when it comes to that?
So I think I'd first say that the first thing that I've learned over time is to be comfortable with the idea of pivoting. So be comfortable with, okay, maybe I wanted to make, for example, an application like Facebook, but be comfortable with the idea that if this doesn't work out in the future, first of all, then I'll be okay to move and make the product or make my innovation a bit different. Then after that is I spend quite a lot of time thinking about the problem. So one interesting example I can give is one day I was asked in a forum, what problem will you solve? And obviously top of my mind, I live very, very far. It takes me around 3 hours just to get to town. And so the first thing I was like, traffic.
That is
definitely.
an innovation journey.
Yes. Traffic is the first thing I would want to solve. But so after being posed on questions and questions, like think about the problem, it then to the end of it, it actually turned out that the solution to this problem is not necessarily that I'll build more roads or I'll ask people to use buses instead of cars. It actually reached a point where you asked, so is it that will you then create an application probably where people can be learning some new skill while on traffic?
I see,
So
like that.
So at this point we realized the problem was not traffic. The problem is that I'm complaining I'm spending 3 hours on the road. So what would I rather be doing with the 3 hours? So it's fine I got to town 3 hours later, but then I was probably reading, so I finished an entire book, an entire course. And so the solution to this problem became something different. It had nothing to do with roads. It had nothing to do with cars or, bypass or what, or wake up at 3 a.m. to start the journey. It was simply maybe create an application where people can be doing something useful with the time. So the problem became a time. So that's one of the, that's just, so pivoting and also learning that think about the problem 90% of the time before you jump into the solution.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. And that was a question. Thank you so much, Brenda. That was a question from Felix. He had posted it in there. And we appreciate you, Felix, for just giving us that particular question. And thank you so much, Brenda. We were looking at the opportunity that can be there. All right? Thank you so much for that. Now, the president had talked about the importance of inclusivity. What do we need to do more or differently to ensure that we are all inclusive in STEM? I'll pose that to Derek, and this question is coming from Jill. So Jill, thank you so much for that question. So the importance of inclusivity and what we need to do more or differently to ensure that we are all there included.
It all boils down to teamwork. We all say that jack of all trades is a master of none. So you have to look that if I'm a mechanical engineer, I may look into a problem that actually only involves a little of my input, but the need of now creating up a team so that we can work in this together. So you find that okay, to solve my problem, if I'm solving a traffic problem, who most of the 3 hours I'm in the bus on Facebook may not understand the problem as much as the traffic officer controlling the lights. So inclusivity, bringing in all the parties and the stakeholders into solving the problem is a very key problem, is a very key area of allowing inclusivity in innovation. And the beauty of inclusivity, it allows you to see different perspectives, and that is actually what it will sell your product or whatever you come up with. Because if you have different perspective and the way of looking up solving a problem and understanding the problem better, you're going to solve the problem better. You would have included more people to get more insights. So teamwork is very important to bring in innovation so that everybody is included, the process is clean, and you actually get to solve the problem.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Derek. I hope and I'm confident that this has been well articulated as per the question that had been posed by Jill. But there's also a question that is coming and they're asking, Peter, where did you get the funding to start your own company? All right. I guess someone wants to find out, did you have a sponsor? Did you have someone who came and just put the money in your bag? But maybe in the next 20 seconds, you can tell us, how did you get the funding to start up your project and how did you take it forward from there? Because I know most people are waiting for that big brother kind of element sponsor to come and, but you started from somewhere. How did you make that happen?
So ideally, the company that we started did not actually start as a company again. So it started. So I was unemployed for quite a while after campus. And ideally, so I just got into projects with my friends that we were doing the projects earlier in campus with. And then, so that translated to us getting this idea about diapers and recycling them. And then we were like, oh, so we can try this.
But it's not yet known to the world, or you're still keeping it under the mattress. Be smart and be bold. And to the mentors watching us, that little tap, just keep going, means miracle to the innovator or to whoever. So thank you. I would want to thank you on behalf of all those that you have mentored, and also urge just a little tap will keep us going. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Derek and Gigi. We totally appreciate that. Continue mentoring us, continue pushing us forward, and we appreciate the platform that you have provided. And now finally to Peter Kashanja, closing remark.
I would say don't be afraid to stand out. The system is made for most guys to always blend in, but don't be afraid to stand out. If you feel like you have a crazy idea, the better. Innovation is about being crazy and going all the way with it. Don't be afraid to stand out. Seek out mentors. Find out, get the advice on the application of what you want to be, but don't be afraid to stand out. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Don't be afraid to stand out. Be bold, be fearless, and continue. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. We here at the YSK will definitely encourage and build that platform for you. Apply the STEM principles and be the innovator and entrepreneur extraordinaire that you were born to be. So thank you, Peter. Thank you, Derek. And thank you, Brenda. And if you see us out there, we've started our own companies because we apply the STEM principles and we decided to harness the innovative ideas that have been presented. These are lovely people who are definitely going far. Thank you for the good job that you are doing. Hand on heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep it up. Go be bold, be fearless, make it happen, leave a legacy, and be the coolest guy in the block. Thank you once again, viewers, for joining us for this particular panel discussion. We look forward to having you here. And up next, we have Naivasha Girls. Inclusivity. Everyone is here. I'm telling you, even the ladies are coming hard. Naivasha Girls have been working on a fantastic project that we want to hear from and want to see what they have been doing, and as they continue applying the STEM principles right here at the YSK. Thank you for having us, and we totally appreciate you. Over to you, ladies. Thank you.
The YSK team was able to come up with this material that we needed. They were able to provide that, and we're so thankful for it. For instance, this model car. Yeah, we're able to receive it from the YSK team, and for this stand, we were able to receive it from school, which supported us fully. And for the apparatus used to demonstrate this, we were also provided by the school.
Yes. Okay, basically, if we were to win, we would be happy. Yeah, we would be happy. But then, not only the happiness side, we'll be like, okay, the country has let me say, has gotten something out of it because it's something that will help the country. So we will feel proud because of being inventors of something that has made a change in the country.
Yeah. Another thing, it will be a great step to developing our different careers, and we will be motivated by this to pursue the career and to become important people in the society.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the pleasure and the honor of having the one and only Karagania Mwamlole. He is part of the secretariat of the YSK. And Karagania, maybe I'll just give you a few seconds just to say hi to the viewers here and maybe just tell them a little bit more what to expect, especially to the days to come.
Thank you so much, Ian. Good morning, everybody. Hi, welcome. So great to see you all today. My name is Karagania Mwamlole. As you have just heard, the hardest name you're going to hear all day. I'm so excited to have all of you here with us today for the opening ceremony. We've had an amazing day, Ian. And I think tomorrow, the day after, even today and Friday, the award ceremony is going to be spectacular. We are going to have an incredible time. Incredible time, Ian.
Awesome, awesome. I am also equally looking forward, and I feel that I've already been part of this particular family. I will definitely go out there and apply STEM in everything that I'm going to do, be it cooking, walking, driving, and getting that innovative idea and applying those particular principles. But I'm actually a bit keen and want to find out what does the future hold for the YSK? What are we looking forward to?
I think what, Ian, we are looking forward towards some incredible things.
Nice.
You know, we have such brilliant minds working with us here at YSK. The students, the projects are getting better every year. You know, really looking forward to what you guys will bring next year. We hope to do a little hybrid, you know, something virtual and physical, COVID permitting. You know, we have to make sure that everybody is safe. Come out, we'll get you engaged. Next year, we're going to kick off with a bang with our outreaches again. It's going to be an incredible time. I promise you that.
Fantastic. The conversation doesn't stop. We will continue interacting with each other, and we look forward to this particular session. Let me ask you, how did you get into the YSK Secretariat? How did the journey start? What sparked the interest?
No, that's a good question.
Yes.
That's a very good question, Ian. And I think, like many of the panelists here today, there was a passion for mentorship and volunteering and giving back. And I started as a volunteer. You know, YSK really welcomes volunteers. If you want to volunteer, you know where to find us. So YSK welcomes many volunteers, and they came on board. And you know, I was a volunteer. Eventually, there was a space that opened up. I said, this is where my heart lies. Promoting education, letting our students have a platform where they can showcase their innovations, their innovative mindsets, and really take things forward.
I totally appreciate that. I'm just listening to Karagania, and I'm just thinking about Michael Jackson, and when he wore that white glove, and it was a perfect fit. You get into a place, you volunteer, you become part of the team, and you feel that this is my purpose, and this is the perfect fit for me. I totally appreciate that. So it's open. People can be able to come and join in as volunteers. All right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Regardless of the numbers, we can have as many people as we can.
Let's get all 49 million Kenyans as volunteers. We will find a way to accommodate you. We are young scientists, Kenya, after all. And, you know, we talk about volunteers and people getting on board.
Yeah.
Do you know that we are actually going to air on NTV today at 3:30? So if you missed our stream, if you're just joining in now, like, what is this amazing set? What have I missed? 3:30 p.m. on NTV. Watch a broadcast of this and then follow us for the days coming. And I'll tell you in a second, and I know you have a few questions for me. I'll tell you in a second what we are going to do today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Definitely, as you have heard that, make sure that you go to NTV and log in, and you will find us there. And we look forward to just having as many people as many people as possible to come and join on this particular platform. So if for those who missed, kindly go to NTV and make sure that you log in. So what do we expect in the days to come?
Ian, we have so much planned up. We have a STEM village where we have all our STEM partners who've come on board and showcased some of their stuff, some interesting information you can interact with all day, every day, from today until Friday. We'll be giving away prizes and giveaways and awards. 1,000 shillings of airtime, courtesy of Safaricom. Thank you so much. 1,000 shillings of airtime every hour from 1 p.m. today until 4 in the afternoon. Get on, look around, look at the event feed, look at our exhibition booth. We'll be posting questions, posting challenges, posting quizzes, posting things that you can do. First person to answer correct wins airtime. We have, I mentioned, our STEM village. We also are going to have tomorrow a design thinking workshop sponsored by Safaricom that will guide us on how to solve complex problems in a very, very with a very, very straightforward methodology. We will have an intellectual property workshop, courtesy of CPIT and Strathmore University. You know, where we're going to learn a little bit more about intellectual property. How do we protect? How do you protect those brilliant ideas of yours? We're going to have Institute of Physics talking to us about what they do. One of our main partners and sponsors. A lovely, lovely session as well. That's tomorrow. That's just tomorrow. I haven't even gone on to the next day, where we'll be talking about other competitions you can participate in. We have higher education institutions all the way from Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, going to talk to you about how you can also study in Ireland at an undergraduate level, and masters if you want to. And I know you probably have 4 masters, you're looking at your PhD now, whatever you need.
Coming soon.
They will be there on Thursday, and of course Friday. We round it off with the grand finale.
Fantastic.
The award ceremony.
Oh yeah.
Look out for that one. It's going to be on Friday afternoon, an incredible session full of fun and laughter and awards, and I'm excited for it. I wish I was a student again. I look old. I'm only 15.
We could go and buy some uniforms and maybe just go back to school.
Look, my beard is this small. I'm only 15. All we need to do is get on and we can do that.
Oh my God, that is such a packed and amazing kind of a schedule. And I look forward. I was just listening about the innovative workshop and how you can just sit there and harness and protect your ideas. We totally appreciate Safaricom. Hand on heart, thank you so much. much for your consistent and continued support, and we're looking forward to that particular session. I know for me, I can't go back to school. I'd be mistaken for a lecturer, but it is what it is. But we are glad to have you here. We're looking forward. Go and tell a scientist, to go and tell an entrepreneur, to go and tell an innovator to join YSK as a volunteer. All right, so you can probably give me your closing remark, and then we can be able to proceed from there. Just one in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
One word, Karagania, to the audience.
Stay tuned. YSK, the 3rd Young Scientist Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition, is here to blow your minds, happening for the first time online. Stay tuned. All our partners are here. Embassy of Ireland, Safaricom, Liquid Telecom, Institute of Physics, blah, 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 blah. So many I can't mention. It's going to be so much fun. We're giving away airtime, STEM Village. Excellent sessions. Ian, I can talk forever. I can talk forever
we need an entire week to be able to exhaust that. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this particular session, and we are glad to have had you here. You've heard it from Karagania, you've heard it from the panel speakers, you've heard it from Patrick Collison, you've heard it from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, you have heard it from our very own CS Kevit Desai, as they have just taken us through that particular session. We appreciate you. We are looking forward to having an amazing time tomorrow and in the days to come.
Ian.
And we are going to enjoy ourselves.
Ian, something I forgot to mention, extremely important.
Tell us.
Vote, vote, vote. We have a brand new award this year called the People's Choice Award. So all you need to do is on our exhibition platform, look for the link that will take you to view the project.
All right.
And vote for your favorite.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Yes.
Tell your neighbors. Tell your entire school. Get your best friend's neighbor's cousin's dog to vote as well. Everybody should vote. Right? Log on, look for that vote link, vote for your favorite projects, review them, and we'll take things forward from there.
All right. Thank you, Karagania. You have heard it from Karagania. Make sure that you vote for your very, very best. Someone who has been able to do amazing things out there. They have been instrumental. They have been people who have been able to come and educate us, build us, mentor us, and take us forward. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the opening for the 3rd YSK Science and Technology Exhibition, and we are honored and glad to have had you here. We look forward to having you tomorrow. So see you then. Enjoy yourselves and go and tell people about YSK. Join as a volunteer, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Moirore, and I've been your moderator for today. It's been an honor, and it has been a pleasure. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.